New meta judge 1000 poggers.
Testing audio. How now? Judge Meow. Hello, everybody. On a what day is it? Tuesday? It's starting the day out real strong by clicking my Stream Deck button and nothing happening. Hello? Stream Deck? Earth to Stream Deck? How am I supposed to function my stream without my buttons? Be right back. Be right back. Be right back. It's all going downhill from here, folks. How's everyone doing?
Out of my face.
Yeah, right, dude. I can't do this. I can't stream if I can't push a button and have my stream. What is going on? Stream Deck. Figure it out. I can't go on if the Human Torch is denied another bank loan. You good? Yes. Yeah? Watch this. There we go. All right, we're good. Whew. That was a close call, man. I might have been stuck here forever without the ability to even be right back. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Exciting day. Absolutely exciting day. In theory, a brand new, mini set is out, and we have a new arena meta. And I'm very excited. You can tell that I am so excited, and I am excited, but also very nervous. Most mini sets, most expansion changes, I am normally very excited at some of my favorite days. Often I schedule a full day of Hearthstone. I used to always schedule like an all day into the late night day of Hearthstone for new metas. It's not impossible I stay on late today, but things seem to have changed for me in the last couple metas on the new meta announcements, because nothing really seems to be changing in Hearthstone Arena lately at all. So my hopes are somewhere in between. Like, I don't know, my expectations are somewhere in between. Like, is it going to be a third meta that's exactly the same, or are we going to actually see something different? And it's, I can't be too judgmental. I haven't even played a single run yet, but already I'm hearing some reports of perhaps the exact same stuff coming in, but it's too early to tell for sure. Let's get in there, draft a few decks. It could be great. It could be really refreshing, and it could be a complete mix-up of lots of new cards and new class combinations. We do have dual class again for the third meta in a row, which is surprising to me. I don't know what the reasoning was to go with dual class in the summer in the first place, only to leave it nonstop. It seemed like an odd choice to me, and perhaps not really a popular choice to me, but it's what they went with. Pill Guy in the Discord brought up a good point that there could be a reason in some sort of data collection involved, where it could be some valuable info on how dual class operates and what things are powerful or whatever and then I figured maybe potentially for the new thing they're working on, maybe there's some dual class related ideas there, so they're doing this a bunch to get some info. I said myself that we shouldn't really expect too many changes prior to the big arena change, because they're probably working on the big arena change. So, but we are feeling that effect in the last couple metas, so we'll see. We'll tread carefully into this brand new meta today and see what we get. Hopefully some new stuff, because two metas of the exact same thing in a row was rough. A third hoof. I mean, it's a win-win, because either it's completely different and we're like, hey, this is awesome and we're going to enjoy some Hearthstone Arena, or we might get some more variety content. So, it's a win-win, really. That being said, shall we dive in? Do I have any more announcements? I do. I have one announcement. No stream tomorrow, regardless of the quality of Hearthstone Arena today. I am spending the day with my niece, who our schedules, her being a small child and needing to go to sleep near when I'm done streaming, and me streaming don't line up super well. So I'm just taking a day off and going to spend the day with my brother, sister-in-law, and my niece. So I will be streaming Thursday, Friday, though. So no stream tomorrow. Take the day. And heck, maybe we'll need it after the Hearthstone today. But we'll see. But we shall see. Inherit the Earth on a 5-stream streak. Love to see it. Shrek greater than niece? I cannot possibly make a comment on that. I don't think it would be socially acceptable or like acceptable within the family for me to comment there, Skimmel. I'll just keep my thoughts to myself. What do you did you think about the lookalike I posted? It was almost uncanny for me. It looked a lot like me. Like, especially that first picture, the one of him just standing there. Like, I saw it completely, Pluto. That's a few doppelgangers I've seen. That one a little bit, like, very much in the face, right? I went and bruised and effed up my knee this weekend. That sucks. Knees are shitty. Knees suck. Knees are the worst thing to bruise because they just are bad at healing. They're bad at existing. Knees are the worst, you know? Meant the other way around. Oh, yes. In that case, of course. Yes. Obviously, I would have to, I would put my niece over the great, magnificent Shrek because that's my niece, Skimmel. So don't even think for a second, you know, that I would. Zabrino, how you doing, man?
Towards the Ace Attorney Fund. Smile.
True, man. I do. We do have a small fund going for that from your subs, particularly Zep. Appreciate it, buddy. 51 months. Thank you. Okay, let's play then. Right? Do I have any more announcements? I'm nervous. It's going to be the exact same meta 3 times in a row. But there's no need to be nervous. Just go in and find out, right? Maybe pick a nice druid warlock because it's new. Who knows what class combinations are good? It could be anything. You know, mage shaman could be good, but also, you know, druid warrior could be the top combo. We just don't have the facts yet, right? Let's get in there. My body is ready. Nath, let's do this. I'll find out Monday if I need an MRI. That sounds awful. I'm sorry to hear that. That really sucks. It'll pass, right? Excited to watch stream to distract me. Let's distract you then. Let's get in there. Shaman got Wild Paw back. Good. I love Hearthstone cards. Honestly, I kind of wish they'd just get rid of any cards they've made prior to 3 years ago and just went with the new 3 years and nothing else. Wait, they did that recently and it was something. Are Shaman cards across sets just stupid powerful? I think, like, I don't even know. I can't even possibly comment on power of cards in the last 3 years. It's just ludicrous. I don't know. Yeah, I guess, but so are a lot of classes. Depends what they offer, right? Offering rates. Yeah, Hydration Station Big Taunts will be the new meta. Yeah. All right, let's see what we got. Mage, Warrior, Rogue. It's a clean slate. We have no idea because it's a brand new meta, which is our favorite day. Our favorite day of the, you know, expansion day and mini set day are our 2 favorite days of the cycle. What do you guys think? I don't even know what sets are in. I also don't even know all of the new cards. So what cards are in that we're excited for? Like, is it a completely different meta? Clearly not from what Pluto's saying, or at least the new set's in. Rogue has Contraband Stash. Okay, that's intriguing. What do the other classes have? Let's make a case for each one. Rogue or Mage are usually fun. Warrior is hit or miss. Rogue is powerful. Let's try, I mean, we're gonna do them both, right? Rogue has a new espionage card. Right, yeah, dude, that fires me up. What does Mage have that's new? Anything interesting? Both have Wand Thief then. Let's try Rogue. Let's try Rogue and see if we can't get, what is the new espionage? Something espionage? It's not academic. What kind of espionage is it? And our second class. Okay, well, these would all be considered bad last meta. Maybe one of them is gonna take off though. No way to really know. New cards. Agency espionage, nice. Can we start doing casual Judge Fridays? I actually have considered that so hard. Just dress up like this all the time except Fridays. Casual Fridays. How's that portrait of Rogue? Just that's what rogues look like in this day and age, my friend. That's just what a rogue is. That's a rogue. That is a typical rogue. Okay, new cards. What new cards are the most interesting here, folks? I don't really... there was a 4/4 in Priest, a 2-mana 4/4. Was a Priest card? What was there in Hunter? Bananas? Some shitty bananas? What else? Warlock, is Queen gone? Is Queen gone? Do we go Zulok? Zulok Value Rogue? Warlock does have synergy with Espionage because we can tap into our ones, right? Yeah, weirdly enough, I'd try Priest here. I feel like you can go anywhere here, right? I mean, no way to know, and I don't even know what cards are in. Why don't we see about Warlock without... It could be awful without the big demon package, but let's find out. Let's find out. Sure, we haven't done Warlock in a little bit. Typically in dual class, Warlock always was a good hero power back when, like, you didn't just have infinite cards. Alrighty. Well, Gigafin is in. So it can't be that new of a meta. I mean, Colossals were in the last meta. That's for sure. But that's a pretty freaking good card. I'm going to restart. Again, the tracker is confused by it being dual class. Poor tracker's been confused for quite a while now. What with the dual class and all. New card? Yeah, we could take the absolute dog shit new card if you guys want. It's unplayably garbage, but we could take it. If you wanted to lose horribly, that's fine. What did they give it on Hearth Arena? 17? 25? It doesn't even know. That's Gigafin. It doesn't know yet. It doesn't know. Yeah, you guys want to? Sure. I'm down. This card is dog shit. This card is so bad. Just draft big minions and nothing else. Summon 3 minions from your deck that are from different expansions. You guys know I don't even know where cards are from either. Like, I didn't even consider that anyone would want to see this because it's so boring and bad, right? Like, what? Well, I'm going to play a 9-mana 9/9? Great. Yeah, it's a worse Master Oakheart. Yeah, Oakheart was actually pretty good back then. It'd be terrible now, right? Yeah, 9-mana Recruit 3 is awful. Yeah, I don't think this is fun. As an arena streamer, you're legally obliged to pick the new cards. I'm the judge. Overruled. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. That card stinks. Who wants that garbage? Who wants this trash? I still might take it, but I might not. I think that like, it's really hard to take the terrible cards nowadays. Let's go Sociologist, meet in the middle. Yeah, I want it. You like, I don't know why you want it. Why do you want it? Like, why? Who has a good reason? It's new, a good reason? This is horrendous. That's like they print a new legendary 5-mana 5/5 with no text and people are like, I want it. It's like, no, you don't. Why do you want that? It sucks. Like, right? Like, that's literally what it is, right? Like, it's just a 9-mana 8/8. Fucking who cares? Why do we want this? Yeah. Yeah, pick Dungar to lose all my respect. I think I'm losing some people's respect regardless, right? I don't really care about winning as much, but you want it. Like, I prefer to win than losing, but I will take new cards, you know, when they're not just vanilla garbage, right? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not even, I don't think this is a card I'll ever pick. It's just so boring and terrible. Let's just take Gigafin and we'll find fun new cards like Agency Espionage, right? This might be a card that makes sense only after 2 new expansions. I wonder how many okay, so let's just quickly, how yeah, it's not even fun to lose with. Exactly, right? It's just it's like they made a new Yeti and you went, I want the new card. No, you don't. Nobody wants it, I promise. But how many sets are in? Is it like technically possible to only grab 1 or 2 from a certain set? I mean, even then you can't guarantee what they are. Like, it's just the case where this is actually, and I'm just gonna say playable, not even good, is just so rare. Does this work with core? Not to mention a lot of, like, Scholomance is a very value light minion heavy set too, and you can't get into other legendaries either. Like there's no points for this, man. We just take the good legendary and then look for new cards that are not terrible. Okay. If you try to build around this, you make your deck worse, and you probably don't even pull it off, right? And it's probably still garbage. Yeah, no, I don't have any interest in that. Gigafin with Shadow Step is a thing to do. Well, here's the thing. You need stuff like that in this day and age. Shit is so insane. You need that power level so that you can play a card like espionage, right? If we want to have fun with the fun cards, you can't just take all the fun cards without any of the good cards. You need to have a base of good cards to back them up. So Gigafin Shadow Step can give you the time you need to play two espionages, right? Gigafin Shatter Gigafin synergy. Sick, dude. So sick. Okay. Rough. This is, I mean, this is a good card. Sure. Crystal Cove. Double Agent is back. That's probably the best out of these. We're getting a lot of bad cards for, well, okay, I guess for last meta. Maybe this is a weaker meta, but seeing a lot of weak picks so far. Grab a Double Agent. Double Agent Crystal Cove. Kind of interesting. Okay.
Judge 1000 Chizra.
Well, Judge 1000 Cheers. Hey, Blackout, how you doing? Thank you very much for the 6 months, half a year resub. I appreciate your time. Happy expansion day. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're doing well. Fishy Flyer was good a few years ago. I don't believe it's that good anymore. Maybe I'll just take some AoE. AoE is fine to have here. Take a Hellfire. Draw your Gigafin. Draw your Gigafin is better than garbage. A lot of garbage so far, but we're finding a way. Yay, Mothership is good. Dredge or Blood in the Water? I feel like Blood in the Water is probably the better pick. Egg with Location? Egg with Location is pretty interesting, but it's not better than drawing your Gigafin, and it's like you have one copy of each. Actually getting that combo is like not necessarily going to happen often. So the 5-mana Terror is back as well. Wait, which is this? Which one? Not seeing too many good cards nor new cards. But I guess if you get 2 garbage picks and 1 fine pick, then you're doing okay. Oh, Night Captain, yeah. It's kind of crazy. That used to be my most hated card, and now it's like, you know, it's top 50 worst offenders, surely, but they've, you know, good lord, the last few years has brought in some other terrors. But yeah, Night Captain is a huge swing, and it still is gonna be good. I think I'll take the Specialist. I feel like dredging for your particularly powerful things is probably the most important. Hard to say what to take here. Infestation was always a very good card. But I don't know what kind of meta this is. Probably the pick anyway.
Bezos, money easy.
Money easy. Pluto, thank you very much for the 13 months. It is September even, which means maybe we don't take quite as much of Bezos's money, but we save you some of yours. Thank you, Pluto. Appreciate that a lot, man. Let's go Infestation here. Get wide another. No, I gotta go Thistle Tea set, right? Card's too fun. I already got an Infestation. Dude. I need random. Plus, we've been getting very, very few rogue cards. These are all pretty good. Fellfire in the Hole was always a strong card. Maybe a little expensive, honestly, nowadays. Take a Scoundrel. Get some mana cheat up here. Take a Big Demon. Is this even good without the synergy, though? Are any of these good? I've got Dredge. Do I have 2 Dredges or just 1 Dredge? 1 Dredge? Is this good without the synergy? Depends how much hard removal there is. It's hard to say, right? It's really hard to say on the first day of a meta. But if it's anything like last meta, there'll be shamans with frogs everywhere. And I don't know if this is nearly as good. It's still big stats. Yeah, I mean, the thing is it's a 10-12. Don't you just get that for 4 or 5 mana nowadays? It's not really that big of stats. The lifesteal is nice. It's got keywords, it's got taunt, and it's got lifesteal. Let's try it, see what happens. Mixologist, that's very fun. Don't see that too often, or at least you didn't see that too often. A couple garbage cards and a little dredge. I don't know, man. What are these picks? What are these picks? Take a soul shear, I guess. A little removal, sure. I mean, this looks like just an awful deck. But hey, maybe the power level has come down a ton. Yeah, Dust Bunny, I guess. Fan of Knives, sure. I like Keychain. I do like Keychain, and the other cards aren't good either. Noel's got to be pretty great in Arena, even at 6 mana, right? Oh, wait. Added to your hand, right. It's not just automatically. It's not like I'm... Oh, no, you draw them and it works, right? You draw them and it works. Even Soul is a consideration, too, just to have some hard removal. I'm going to try this. Like, that seems to be really good in this meta. There's our hard removal in Spawn of Deathwing. Oh, a new card. Tradable. Temporary. Is there... Discarded at the end of your turn. Oh, I see. So you have to trade it away or play it. Neat. Hollow Abomination was absurdly powerful in its day. But this is new and looks good. And this is not as strong as it used to be. So maybe we try the new card here, Deadline. Looks like a pretty solid piece of hard removal here. There's a new card. Give your weapon +2/+2. That looks like dog shit. And borderline, and actually not borderline, just simply unplayable in our deck. Cursed Souvenir, give a minion +3/+3, and at the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to your hero. Or Void Drinker. Funny card, because, like, again, 5 mana, 7/8 is kind of like par for the course on what a 5-drop should do if it's strong nowadays. We only have one thing to go with this in Soul Shear, so I guess we'll take this. Another Crystal Cove. I mean, we don't have a hero power that goes with it, and we don't have a lot of small stuff. Again, yeah, this deck looks really bad. One of the worst, I wouldn't say bottom 3 decks we've seen in the last 3 metas, but probably bottom 5 to 7. But again, we don't know. That could be partially due to the meta being lower power than the last meta, for all we know, right? So maybe the deck is actually just fine. So yeah, I don't think you retire your first one of the meta, because we don't know. It could be that this is just the power level, right? Because we have no idea. If we won't play this, then we won't play, you know, and that's the power level, right? You really seem to be keeping the tradition of drafting a crappy deck on the first day of the meta. It's like clockwork. Yeah, I know, Manny. I don't know, man. I know, man. As a guy who doesn't believe in, like, luck, because stats all even out in the long run, we sure make a case here, you know? Yeah, Gigafin, yeah, for sure. I mean, just like last meta, I think this might be a permanent fixture in Hearthstone now, where just because you have a bad deck doesn't mean you can't scam some wins, right? Doesn't just mean you lose. It used to. So for better or for worse, you know, that can definitely be a positive, is like no deck is just automatically 0 anymore. You can go 7 with some of the worst decks, just if you get lucky and draw your 1 or 2 very powerful cards. None of these really help. Yeah, trying new classes when we know the good classes are probably the same. Thrawn is saying the thing that probably is to be fair, Rogue was always fine, but perhaps just simply taking Warlock made our draft a lot worse. Because we're wishful thinking, hoping that they didn't just do the exact same meta 3 times in a row, because that would be horrendous. You know, like there's no way it's the exact same meta 3 times in a row. That would be too awful, right? Like, how would they ever do that? Wishful thinking, maybe? I don't know. If it's the same, I guess it's either I'm playing different classes or I'm not going to be playing much. So, yeah, where's my Knight Captain at, Dan? My favorite card. I guess I'll try Swordfish. I have 1 Pirates. I really don't feel like 2 Crystal Coves is the way, right? Like, we don't even have that many small minions. We have a lot of mid-range stuff. Just guarantee you get one? Ugh, okay, I guess. Secret Passage at 2 mana or Water Canoon? I feel like Secret Passage is still good at 2, but maybe it's less good in Warlock, and Water Cannon's really good. And we kind of need Water Cannon with Cove as an alternate win condition there. That's actually very strong, right? Stream having small Fs. For some reason, it looks like it's a little lower in connectivity than it should be, just slightly right now. So that might mean it's recovering from a mini F. Looks like it's fine now. But for some reason, the start of each of our last 3 streams has had some mini Fs and then it's been fine. So possibly. It doesn't appear that I've dropped any frames on my end, but the numbers were moving a little bit, so might have been on my end. Yeah, Cannon and Cove, yeah, for sure, fair, right? Like, that's super powerful, and a way this deck can find a way to win some games here. Discovering cards can also help. I mean, just more terrible cards and 1 fine card has been the name of the game for this draft. Again, 2 terrible cards and 1 good card makes this draft kind of draft itself. Oh, apparently Crane Game is in. So there is synergy. There is Big Demon synergy. I've got Dreadlord. I didn't really have any other options for big demons. Right now I only have 1 demon, so it's probably not the Crane Game with only, excuse me, with only 2 picks left. Probably just a Flame Imp, I guess. Egg plus Cove. We could add like 3 eggs. It's true. Brittlebone and Spirit Bomb are both pretty decent. I think we've got a lot of damage to our own face. I think I'm going to take the Destroyer, and lastly, grab some random Jackpot. We didn't really hit a lot of the Rogue value. I feel like we want the Jackpot here over Eat the Imp. And this deck doesn't seem particularly good, but it's not like it's unplayable or like a 0. You know what I mean? Oh, probably. Like, it's got 2 Crystal Coves. We picked up the Water Cannon, which is enormous. We have Gigafin, but you know, it does seem that this class combination does offer a lot of weak cards, at the very least. So let's give it a try, see how it feels. We might try another combination. Stream is definitely wonky. Oh yeah, big time on my end now. Yeah, I can see that. We definitely are all over the place here. My internet's been terrible just this last week. I'm assuming it's a slideshow, but you can hear me right now. I'm gonna have to give my internet service provider a call. I don't know if I need like a new modem or what, but it's been pretty awful. Looks like we're stabilizing now, but definitely that is very much on the stream's end. As we, it's funny because Streamlabs is telling me that I didn't drop a single frame, which is lies. But looks like we're stabilized now. We'll keep an eye on it. Let me know if it starts acting up again, but it looks like we should be stabilized now. Okay. Okie dokie. Soon I'll be streaming from Seattle for all of October. Yeah, a few less streams, but the internet at my wife's place is far better than the internet here. The downside is that my laptop sucks a lot worse than my computer here. This'll tea set, let's go. 2 corpsicles? Like, that's a way to win, right? Like, that's why sometimes it just doesn't matter if you have a good or bad deck, right? Your 1080p looks like 360p for like 10 seconds. Yeah, that's the internet going out. You know, yeah, that's gonna happen when you lose connection. Yeah, that will happen when you lose connection. So we'll keep our eye. It should be fine. It should be fine for the last like 30 seconds now and going forward. So if it's not, try refreshing. And if it's still not, let me know. Yeah, true. What the heck is this board? That fires me up. When's the last time we've gotten a new board? Alrighty, what next? Soul Shear tap? We're just playing the waiting game until we corpscle them 17 times to victory. I wonder what other new maps are back. What map is this? Oh, a Ragnaros is here on turn 3. Intriguing. And I have no turn. That's not good. Oops, I skipped turn 4. My opponent played a Ragnaros and I skipped my turn. Oh boy, that's not good. I've got removal for the Rag, luckily, but this deck has a good curve, right? This deck does not have a bad curve. Unfortunate. Snowfall Guardian picker? Nah, I would say it's not a good card. I don't think it's not that good. It's not unplayable. It's got its utility, but I don't think it's that good for one of your 30 cards. All right. Let's get this buoy down. Is it worth one more bomb for curve? Maybe not. Not when I'm about to get ragged to the face anyway. Is this the Angoro board with the epic volcano explosion thing? How do I make the volcano explode? Explode! I hope they just include every map in existence now on Rotate. Do you think they do? Or is Angoro in? Is Angoro in? Does Angoro belong to the Titans? Explode! Do it! Well, it was a good game 1. I'm having fun. So we think an Elden Ring? That's 2 mana. I can clear them both, right? I think we got to clean. We just don't clear this. And I have to use a Corpsicle. Unless I wanted to use Hellfire. If I did Hellfire... Oh, wait. So you're thinking... Well, we can just go Hellfire. And then Sandbox Destroyer. I don't think Gigafin's the way. I can't have them getting these back, right? I think we got to do this. Hellfire. This. And that. If we are going to have a chance to win. Obviously, taking that extra damage, putting us to 9 is not ideal. But we're alive. Hey, Bradley, how's it going over on YouTube? This meta is insanity. Yeah, I don't know that there is such thing as a meta that's not insanity anymore. I don't know if that's ever a thing we're going to have, Bradley. I agree with you. I agree. But like that play just there, 2 rags by turn 5, that doesn't even break the like top 20 on from last meta, you know? So are you loving this totally brand new meta? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, new class combos probably, right, Chris Pratt? So last, I would actually love to see the stats between 2 metas ago and 1 meta ago on what class combos were good, because they didn't change like at all, right? So like, surely we're going to see a bigger change from last meta to this meta than 2 metas ago to last meta, right? Right, chat? Because if they just do 3 metas of the exact same thing in a row, that would be just like, that would be wild. Like no company would ever do that, right? It would make no sense. This meta is going to be super different. Oh, Firebrand. F-brand. Okay, let's see what's in this D-bunny. A banana? All right, we can do a banana here. Corpsicle here. Remain alive. Only difference was Death Knight was comparable to Mage and Shaman in last meta. Yeah, Death Knight was still like in the top 3 the meta before though. It just swapped number 2 and 3 with Mage. Shaman was number 1, and then it was Mage 2, and then Death Knight 3. And even then, I would argue Death Knight was actually still, you know, maybe just as good. But yeah, they did swap. Death Knight did get a bit better in the second. I guess I died. That was a good game. That was a really good game that we totally, decision making was important. Fuck, that was awful. Bad start. Oh, I drew the bomb. Okay, of course I did. Both rags went face. I mean, 2 random Ragnaroses going face. Good stuff. Oof. All right, let's take a quick break. Should have picked up beers for today. Yeah, little Elden Ring. Okay, let's get into another. Oh man, that was pinnacle. Like that was like peak poor gameplay, right? Like that was peak just zero decision making, zero, you know, zero, like literally zero important decisions on either side, zero decisions that actually impacted the game, right? That is pinnacle, just bad gameplay. Which, hey, it's Hearthstone. That does happen, but a little rough that it happened in our first game of the meta. Doesn't make me, you know, too... that game gave me no spark of hope for the new meta, but it's only one game, so let's try one more, see what's awaiting us here. Recon is such an insane card in this arena lineup. Yeah, I actually don't know all the death rattles that are in, but Recon always was a very, very powerful arena card. You know, especially like considering you can go Recon into Gigafin. Also, Recon just into other classes can yield some pretty interesting results, right? He had to choose Rag. Yeah, he had to choose Ragnaros from his random turn 3 card. Man, what a world. All right, it's only one game. Let's at least play 3 runs before we make a complete, you know, a complete statement on the meta entirely. Because as much as that was, like, that was just horrendous. There are horrendous games. Oh no, Deadline. That's actually fine because I can trade that. And I can get the Cove out before Slither Spear, and that's fine. Patchwork Pals, nice new card there. Good stuff. Spooky. All right, let's get you out there. Probably coming with Mixologist next. Hey, buddy, please respect our time. Less complaining about game 1 and more playing game 2. Oh, you're in the wrong stream, Enslin. This is a just chatting stream where we chat about the meta. We don't actually play. We just talk about the state of the game. very strong start here at 0-1, but we are skilled enough to top deck this double agent and get a 3-mana 10/10 on board, which is pretty good. Beast Shaman. It's a pretty cool start. It'd be cooler if like Patchwork Pals were a different card. Like if they just had Leok for 2 mana and not the whole gang. Patchwork Pals always was a pretty broken card. Kind of insane to think they printed Patchwork Pals, just a strictly better version of what's it called? The 8-mana card that literally needed to be nerfed. A little worried that a 3-mana 10/10 is just not even close to enough here. So fuck me. 0-2 or what, chat? Like, give me a break here. Gotta trade into the 5-4. We're gonna have to hope Infestation comes in clutch. You could try for the Mixologist here as well. You probably do go Mixologist. Health maybe. And summon a 3/3. Will that be a 3/5? Or deal 3 is just not enough. And then we can make this trade with that new buff. That's pretty damn good. It's kind of insane how high roll of a start we have here, and the fact that we're not actually just winning on tempo at 0-1. We got the Knoll, we got the Infestation. Like we're looking like we can manage this. Is Flipper Friend still in Arena? No idea. New meta today, so yeah, no clue what's actually in right now. We'll have to wait and see and get reminded what's in brand new meta. Jesus. This is what 0-1 looks like. Maybe my deck was, like I said, my deck was garbage. But I said maybe the power level of the meta is low. Our opponent is making it seem like perhaps the power level of the meta is not low. That's not horrible. Good God. Good Lord, dude. Too bad I couldn't have got those in the reverse order, because these are a lot worse. This could have gained more attack if they have a rush, but... All right. Imagine being this opponent too. like both of us. Like, what are we doing at 0-1, dude? What is this? Both of us get a little scammed to get here, and now this. Hey, there's a new card. That seems like a pretty good new card, right? Like, compare this to Piggyback Imp. Just a much better version. It's a class card, so... This is just pretty awkward. I think it's probably better to be a tap here. Judge, you need chat draft to turn this draft luck around? It's only one draft, guy. Just one draft. We drafted one. It was bad. That's okay. The next one could be good. Maybe Friday. Friday, if my whole week's decks are bad, then chat can save it. We always start with a terrible deck on day one of a new meta. That's our thing here. And then we follow it up with a broken 12 winner. All right, let's actually do this, right? How many 3-minute 10-10s do we got to play to beat this guy? 2? This has been an absurd level of power for 0-1, dude. Okay, Defile doesn't clear the whole board. Where'd they get a Defile? Siren Song, cool. Right on. So even if they do play more busted cards and win, at least we're getting to play. Last game they just played, you know, what was it? A turn 3 Ragnaros and then copied it. And like, yeah, you're gonna lose, right? You're gonna lose. So it's explosive trap then, or what? Do we know what secrets are in? Is this accurate? Okay, I guess it's not explosive trap. I think the sooner the better on that, boy. And let's try to end their life. I did say this deck was not a 0. I was a little nervous at the start of this game that I might have been lying to you. Gonna have to keep our eye out on the stats, see what's shifting, because I think like probably one of the best ways to have fun with a new experience here in this meta is going to be see what class is actually on its way up, right? What class is actually doing well. Spawn looking disgusting. Let's do this for, wait, how much damage do I have? 12, 16. Do Jackpot first. That's kind of, you know, 5 mana for this, kind of funny. That's actually perfect. Is it better than Spawn though? No, it isn't. We'll do this. Spawn, face. And let's end this thing. Rogue, I think, might be the best class this meta. Oh, I hope that's not true, because this deck looks like dog shit. I mean, did I really just low roll the crap out of it then? Or is it like the hero power maybe bringing me down? But we'll keep our eyes out on it. Shaman, Death Knight, Mage, Paladin, Rogue. Warrior, Druid, Priest at the bottom. So we'll see what things are moving around. Weird, my 40-monther didn't get shared. Pill Guy, I wonder if it's one of those things where all of a sudden in 5 minutes it goes off. We've had that happen before. But assuming that you just pulled the trigger, buddy, thank you very much, Pill Guy, for a moderate amount of support for the stream in these last years, including this 40-monther. And if, you know, I mean, reasonable amount of support, I want to say. Ooh, Fan of Knives, look for a thing. Reg for something. Yeah. Am I tapping this turn? Maybe I'll just do this. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm just waiting, Pill Guy. It's gonna mock trial, dude. I'd give you more support if we had merch. I wonder if we'll do merch at some point. I mean, it's just not worth it right now for me. But maybe, honestly, maybe just a couple of small things for the people who like you, Pill Guy. A couple unique things, you know? Probably one day, surely. Even if it's just for a couple people, you know? I want a judge themed gavel. I think that one of the first things, that's a good idea. One of the first things I got to do is a beer glass. Beer glass is one of the first things I got to do. All right, we did it. That was a pretty insane game for 0-0-1, but you know, we got there. We done it. Mistakes were made, right, Enslin? Forgot how to play for a sec. Doesn't matter. I won. They exploded, but mistakes were made. Doesn't matter. Yep, should have imped first for freezing. I mean, the game was, it wasn't, it's kind of, again, it's like chess. Mate in 1 is the best turn, but if you mate in 2, you still win, and there's no way to stop it. Same thing, you know? Yeah, should have imped first. Okay, Priest Rogue. It's nice to see a few different class combos at the beginning of the meta here, even if, you know, the first Priest didn't go quite our way. I'll keep one Cove. I'll keep one Cove. Now, maybe it's because I won, I will admit, but that game I did enjoy more than the first one. I think it's because A, I won the game, and B, also I actually got to play, you know? Just a real unfortunate first game, so just forget that one ever happened. I want shot glasses with your most common emotes on them. That's a very cool idea. I want those. Heck, are you kidding me? Jackpot me, dude. Corpse Explode. Deep Breath. Deep Breath has to be a card that was like one of the, you know, few cards that actually got way better as time went on instead of way worse. I guess I could play Mixologist and then this for a little extra tempo. Yeah, sure. Let's play this first. Generally, I like the tempo here. No guarantee I'm going to have stuff and things on the board with this hand. Why don't we try a random demon? I'm going to go 3 damage random demon. Sure. Tooth of Nefariun is back. I didn't get offered one of those. Large Imp up next. After that, I mean, we could just tempo this and get a random demon. Not the worst thing to do. Yeah, and the thing about like merch is it might be more doable. At first, I was like, I don't know, it might be doable because I probably won't need you know, to order too much in bulk. Like I can just kind of like do it case by case. Like if someone wants something, I can then like order it, just take a little longer, because it'll probably be like, you know, only a few orders. So if it's and the people who will order will be willing to wait a little bit. So I could do something like that. Screen just shrunk? That's a weird sentence. What does that mean? Screen just shrunk. I don't understand. Screen just shrunk. I'm curious what happened on your end, Auto Brad. Fucking get the fuck out of here, I swear to God. If they copy this and they both go face, I'm so out of here. Now, the difference in this game is we looked like you scaled the screen. I have done nothing in OBS, just playing. Nothing on my end. Wonder what you... Yeah, I didn't... I don't know, Auto Brad, what you're talking about. I'm curious what happened on your end, what it looks like. Difference is we didn't miss turn 4 of this game like we did against the last priest who played Rag. Could do what my university did, a threshold to merchandise. You need a certain number of people to order something before you order it. Yeah, so you could put like your name in to order something, and then when it's available after a certain amount of people, oh no. Oh, that's bad. That's not good. What's not to understand? Screen just shrunk. Did everyone's screen shrink? Is it everyone? Man got smaller. Koala says man got smaller. Who, me? Did I get smaller? Am I the man who got smaller? What's going on here? Well, I don't like any of that. I don't know, it's not even really worth to play this unless I'm going to play the Dreadlord. I guess I could do that. Do like this. And yeah, Ragnaros obviously is quite good. Again, are we really going to go 1 and 2, losing to 2 turn 4 or earlier Ragnaroses? Because that can't be typical, right? That can't be typical. My screen didn't shrink. Wiener did not either. Interesting. Well, I wonder if Autobrad's wiener shrunk at all. That could possibly be related. Oh boy, dude. 4 mana Rags, 3 mana Lads. Just kill it? Wait, what are you talking about? The Rag? The Rag was dormant last turn, guy. If that's what you're talking about. Can't kill a dormant minion. Gonna be 5. Because I could have played this. I should have probably played that, but that's okay. I'll save this. I'll save the rock. I'll do this. No, then I wouldn't have had... Right. Then I wouldn't have had the 5 for that damage. Right. I actually needed to do it this way. True. This isn't copies, but it's still a good one for my last use of my location. So I'll just do this. Hold on to a dagger. That seems good. Yeah, you may find someone on Etsy to make personalized items for not a horrible price. I guess it depends how much people would be willing to buy them for. I could ask people like Dark and Pill Guy, see what pricing we might do. Because right now it's like the spending money first is like just not really something I'm looking to do. You know, I don't know. It would definitely have to be like a 0 risk profit big time, you know, for me to even consider doing it. Another one of these. All right, we're stabilizing. Things are looking good. Let's dredge. We got big lifesteal energy here. I choose Thistle Tea Set. And there is a rock here. A nice rock. Pretty clean to go like this. This, tap into our Thistle after. I think we'll give this up. Skip that face. Seems good. Seems good. All right, let's close this one out. 1 rag, shame on me. 2 Ragnaros the Fire Lords. Fiddle dee dee. You can also simply do printing yourself with an iron and a printer. Yeah, how much effort would that take? It's cool ideas. The amount of free time I have outside of streaming to like, you know, every moment is going towards school and stuff. It's just low priority for me, unfortunately, right now. So like even just looking into doing stuff and pulling the trigger on stuff like that is just, the time just isn't really there right now as much. Like the ease of cost and work has to just be pretty huge right now. Yeah, that's why I say do a print order. Yeah, you know, again, it's something that when the time is right, I'll look into. But even just like looking into stuff like that right now, stream related stuff is just low priority, right? Coursework and wife and moving are high priority. Even just doing the research to do stuff like this, and I want to do it. You know, I do want to do it, and I know you guys are looking for it. What's this now? Like merch glitch. And like stream, like stuff to buy for the stream. Low priority. Yeah, I've been saying merch for years. Yeah, I know it. And I, you know, don't get me wrong, I would love it. Very, very cool. And it'll probably happen. We'll at least sell a couple of things. Even if there's a case where just like Pill Guy specifically says, hey, Judge, I would want to buy this using your logo. And I say, Pill Guy, let me set that up for you specifically. You know, that can definitely happen. Thistle Tea Set, what happened to my stuff? Is there good things in here? No huffer? No huffer? Like any product run, you want to do a small batch first, see what people think, and then print on demand. I expect that the demand for merch will be like low enough. Dark? Like, I don't know. I could be wrong, but I expect it to be like low enough that, like, you know, doing stuff in batches is not really going to be a thing, you know? Like, it'll probably be more on the individual level. Hand-painted judge shirts and hats I'd pay $60 for. That's so good. You've seen my emotes, right? You've seen my emotes. Yeah. Oh, buddy. I could make absolute bangers. No problem. Easily, buddy. That's a good idea. That's a good one. You think I could get Glitch to wear one in public? That's a good idea, man. Giga here? I don't think you use GigaFin in this scenario when you have just as much tempo in Cove and Double Agent. Yeah, then only print on demand, but that's tricky to price for. Yeah, I need to look more into it ever before I really commit to like a path, right? Don't know exactly what'll be worth, but I don't expect it to be something that so many people are interested in that it'll be, you know, worth a lot of ordering or like saving on ordering. But like, I mean, even if just like, you know, Pill Guy says I will pay $60 for this shirt. If it's less than that, it could just be a fun thing to do for Pill Guy and for me, and you know. I guess I'm gonna do this, that. Yeah, seems good. Desperate Dreadlord in there. I mean, this deck doesn't seem good at all, but maybe 1-1 is just the perfect time for this deck to thrive, right? Like, this feels like a decent game. Funny enough, our 0-1 opponent easily had the best deck. What's your viewer spread? Mostly NA? No, so not mostly NA. Most of, like, the biggest demographic of my viewers are American, but it's more than half of my viewers are not American or Canadian. I think it's close to half. Maybe I can check right now. Let's see what they are in the last month. For funsies. I think I know how. I go to analytics, right? Research? Is it under research? You'd think it'd be under research. Research? Not under research. It always gets me. Stream summary? Most of my viewers are from Twitch. So that's good. Thanks for that information. Why is it? Where is it? Discovery. Viewers. Discovery. That must be it. If I'm going to get viewers from other channels, the most likely person to get me viewers is Dose of Coffee, which does not surprise me. Okay, here are the stats. Views by location. Wow, Canada is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6th. Get out of my swamp, dude. Exit my swamp. Am I just trading that? I want to save you for this. I mean, I could get... This might not be the worst time to Gigafin, as that comes back as a 4-1. I get the 5 damage and threaten lethal. Let's tap first.
You never know when some lunatic
and go Gigafin and face. And face. Yes. Okay, so here are the stats. After I say, wait, who's choosing my next slots? Gropus is going to choose the next combination. Sounds good, buddy. Probably won't be too long. I don't see this deck going more than 5-ish at the most. So probably won't be too long. United States is 26% of my views in the last I think it is the last month. Then Germany is in number 2 with 10%. Then Russia and the United Kingdom both have 5%. Then Sweden, Canada, Denmark, or yes, all within 4 to 3%. Sweden, Canada, Denmark, Poland, Romania, Finland. So yeah, 26. So about 30% of my viewers are from Canada or the United States. And then a huge, massive split. Germany, lots of Germans watch this channel. And then a good split among many, many other places. Yeah, VPNs mess with things. Sure. I doubt most people are using VPNs though, right? Or at least like most people aren't using VPNs and changing their location to another country. Are you German, Judge? I am not German. I am Canadian. My Gigafin has been destroyed. How rude. Does this work as in dealing 3 damage to them? It does, right? That's kind of fun, isn't it? All right, well, that's Hellfire. Let's play this Bui. You can do this, and it doesn't actually deal any damage to your face, which is interesting, but we'll definitely do that. Push that face, set up lethal. Seems good. Scandinavians have a thing for bow ties. Skimmel, we do? Oh yeah, Skimmel, you do. You do. Test Greymane. Excellent. Oh, they probably kill themselves here, right? That should have hit their own face. Blood in the water hit their own face. That's it? Can we handle that? I mean, there's some lethal top decks here. We have corpse explosion, so we're not dead for sure. If we get 2 damage, like water cannon and the game's over. Man of Knives first. Oh boy. Is this more likely to deal face damage? Probably, right? I gotta go for lethal here, surely. Are you still trying for leaderboard? Oh, the leaderboard's over, Gropus. This is a brand new meta today. Brand new meta. And I only did 20 runs, didn't have time for 30. I actually got a little sick over the weekend, so even if I wanted to pile in those last runs, I had to rest. I was sleeping most of Saturday and Sunday. Curse their minion. Yeah, the problem with that is they are still alive, right? This is only 3? Yeah, Frost Lethal. That's what I'm thinking, and then Curse their minion. Yep, that's what I'm thinking too, Ensland. But if I might have to resort to the Corpse Explosion if I miss lethal with this. So Corpsicle. Word of Winter is nice. Well, now what you can do is just go Blizzard. And if they kill you, they were always going to kill you. It's this. And hope that they don't have it, right? And just again, you know, if they do kill us, that's just more RNG spins, another RNG spin. It's just all so much RNG here. It's not all, but mostly just wheel spin, hope. Not really much agency here, but it's exciting. It's an exciting finish. And do they find it? And of course they do. Of course they do. Oh, it figures. I roll 4 frost spells and can't find a Corpsicle. Just sickening. Just a sickening start, dude. Oh god, this has been awful. The losses feel really bad, man. I roll like 5-6 times. Was Ice Trap not the play? No, it was not. No, it was not. What does Ice Trap really do? Think about it. They just play it again, right? If they get something that's lethal, they can just play it again, right? Brad? Like, Ice Trap doesn't stop it. It just delays it by 1 mana again, or whatever. I do not believe Ice Trap was the play. That was a game I think we were likely to win and hit a lot of bad luck at the end. Typical. Noob stream, yeah. Should have discovered a corpsicle. I rolled 4 frost spells, couldn't find one corpsicle. My buddy just rolls a random spell from any class and gets it. That is what I call being a noob. Pick petty theft here. Love how you laugh it off instead of pounding the desk. Yeah, I mean, if you can't, you'll be pounding the desk every single day nonstop, right? This is the game. The game is a million wheel spins. Sometimes you hit the wheel spins, sometimes you don't. Today we're missing them. Hindsight, you would have prevented lethal there? I don't believe so. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, with the gift of hindsight, sure. Ice Trap was probably the play. I disagree. You can always buff your minions for lethal. What minions? They kill me if I play Ice Trap. Oh yeah, you mean, okay, sorry. You mean Ice Trap and Blizzard, not instead of Blizzard. In my mind, I'm thinking you're thinking instead of Blizzard. I think that it's, you know, this is very much a case of, in retrospect, I think we just do this. I want to save it for Cove. And I strongly disagree. I don't believe that was the play. I believe setting up a guaranteed lethal is always the play over an Ice Trap on what if they discover something for 4 mana that Ice Trap happens to work with. Like, that's such a specific thing. No, I don't think that was correct. Not to mention, it might not have stopped lethal. They could test Ice Trap for another way. If I play the secret, they can test for it too. No guarantee they don't have lethal there either. Go Cove here. Might have to have a value turn next turn. But you had a guaranteed on your side of the board? No, we didn't. If they aren't able to answer your board, yes. If they aren't able to answer the board, sure. I mean, that's as soon as you say if, then you lose me, right, Brad? Like, yeah, if things played out differently, then it would have been different. Yeah, you know, I don't think it was the right play. I think that Ice Trap delays a spell. If they have an answer to my board or the board state, they probably can still play it through an Ice Trap. Probably, right? But this game is all playing the percentages. Exactly why I don't think it was the right play. Because odds are that it wouldn't have done anything. Make a big lad and see about this 1-cost potion. Go random. Deal 3 or deal 2 to all. Deal 2 to all minions probably is not as good with our 5/5 already on the board. Let's just kill still this though. Seems good. Any restrictions on how many legendaries you get draft this meta? Yep, same as it's been. 1 legendary to start, Gropus. How long has it been now? Like half a year or so? Brushless Cross Stitch, very strong. The more opponents we play, the more you know, I thought this deck maybe could be 5 wins if the power level was lower. It doesn't seem the power level is lower. It just seems we have a shit deck, right? Big 50-50 to risk. Would be really nice to hit it. We're gonna do this, get our 1 online, and probably just look for a comeback mechanic here. Oh, only one card here, opening up a ton of RNG here. Eep. I'm dying. Definitely gonna start with this. Probably need to spawn here. 67% of the time, not a disaster. Nice. And then for curve considerations, let's petty thefts and I guess mass production. Look at the synergy here. Mass production and Holy Mackie roll. sweet beans. Oh man, Clumsy Steward is so annoying in Arena. Which one is that? Is that a new one, Otto? Okay, looking like a really nice infestation. Come into a flame impafter? Now we do have the Holy Mackie roll, so we don't need to be too worried about face damage. I wonder if we should make the trade. Nah, trading is for suckers. Let's go face. That one that makes any drawn card temporary. Yeah, I don't actually know all the new cards. Have I seen that one? Any drawn card temporary. I don't know that I know that one. What is that? What is that? Wouldn't that sounds like it would just be bad. So there must be an upside as well. Oh my good lord. 1 and 2 gaming, bro. What is that? Jesus Christ. How did I get if they are at 1 and 2, how did I get a deck this bad, chat? Good lord. Any drawn, so both you and your opponent. Oh, geez. What are the stats on that? Okay, that sounds chaotic. If you coin it on turn 2, it's GG. Yeah, I don't know. What is it? A class card? A neutral card? Go jackpot, see if I can get a discount. Oh, right. I don't have the discount card anymore, but I'll take a random Scourge. Random Twisting Nether into random Scourge. I just need to heal. I just need to heal and then come into the Scourge and hope that wins me the game. Typical 1 and 2 strat. Three mana, 2/4 neutral. I'm sure we will get our experience with it. Gropus, we believe in you. You can win this. I mean, there's only so much I can do with such a bad draft, right? I think the real reason our deck is so bad is because we took Warlock. I would wager that Warlock is going to be weaker as we see the stats continue to be the same, and that, you know, perhaps we gave ourselves a big disadvantage by trying out a new thing. Because look at the power level on the other side at 1 and 2 here. Like, good lord. And that just completely annihilates our deck. Do you guys think it's Twisting Nether, button? I guess button first. Does that work? And then a 1 first before the Scourge? Probably, right? And then the Scourge. And free win, random into random. Dungar might have saved the deck. Yeah, if only we had gone for Dungar. Yeah, I don't know. I like to try new stuff, but you know, and hey, the meta could be very different, and we just happen to pick one of the weaker combos or whatever too, right? Darn, make room. Get this guy out of the way. Random Scourge looks good here. Oh, Proto Drake, Jesus. What is that? Cheat. Oh my god. Yeah, okay. I assume GG? Like I said, even if your deck is terrible, all it takes is one random roll. Random Scourge makes this a non-game here. Get wrecked opponent. Maybe get good. Their deck was way better than ours. I mean, that's decent. I'm gonna keep that alive. Caricature. Could just be the Dreadlord. Yeah, just put another sticky minion on. Curse Alakir. That's pretty cool. I don't know if it's necessary. Or provides lethal. I think I just get another sticky buoy down. Wand Thief, nice. I didn't get one of those either. I would say my advice, do not pick Warlock right now. Based on my one run, I could have just gotten spectacularly unlucky. But the draft, like looking at my opponent's quality, cool. Versus our own, our deck just seems horrendous. And I would say Rogue is usually not the culprit there. And now is it necessary? 12, 16, 21. We have 5 more damage. We're 2 off lethal. I mean, it's not there, right? Unless I go for the other one. Just go for it. I'm gonna run out of time. Oh, bad time for an F. Found it. Found lethal. Bad time for an F there, because I did find the lethal after regaining 11 mana that turn. But yeah, it looks like a couple of quick blips. I've been having issues the last week. There was a 2-month period with 0 Fs, 0 internet issues. And all of a sudden the last week has been pretty rough with just quick blips. So apologies, not much I can do about that. But we find the lethal with ice this time. We got a Corpsicle this time. Which is the difference that, you know, lost the last game rolling for a Corpsicle. This time we find it. And yeah, the Random Scourge is definitely a way to win. It's been a way to win for years and years. And, you know, if it were me making the rules, I would say that card should never have been discoverable, but it isn't. And we'll take our Random Scourge and win that one. 2-2. Gonna be tough. I would say, based on what I've seen from opponents this meta, this deck is probably, I want to say exactly a 2-win deck. I think 3 would be shooting a little higher, but it could go up to still 4 or 5 is what I'll say. I think it's probably a 2-win deck. 1-win deck, if it went 1-win, I'd be like, no, it's got Gigafin. It's got Water Cannon from Cove. I'd say 2 to 3 on average with this deck. From the little information I have now. All right, got 3s to coin. Looking out for the Crystal Cove to combo that with Water Canoon for the first time. Let's get a Dust Bunny out there. Still hoping for that Crystal Cove. Wonder where Demon Hunter will be in this meta. That's a class that can either be like insane or terrible. Druid and Demon Hunter both are either like absolute best or absolute worst. Rude. That card is rude. Probably just keep our versatility, play the Mixologist. Maybe Fellbloom against a Death Knight that's out-tempoing us. And I'll take a 2/2 Demon after that. That seems pretty good. It's a 1-mana Street Sweeper is what that is. And I would wager Street Sweeper would be a lot better at 1 mana than 4. All right. Who was it? Gropus, was it you who has the next choice? The next combination? I'm curious what you'll pick. I'm curious what the new combo is. Which there totally is going to be a new combo. And I wonder if you'll find it. I would recommend not Rogue Warlock. I don't think that this was a success. Perhaps anything else might be better. Warrior Priest is the new meta? Maybe. Maybe. Could try our luck with a water canoe here. Could also just play the lad. I think you just do this. Hit it because you're good at the game. Typical. Your combo will be brutal for your opponents. That's great news. That's great news to hear. There's a footy game going on. I'll be back hopefully for Shrek. All right, sounds good, Pluto. Sounds good. We'll see. Again, Shrek, you'll notice on the schedule, is a maybe today. Stay tuned because it's a new day. Usually I would never, a new expansion day, kind of. Usually on a new Hearthstone arena meta, I would never play Variety, but I'm just kind of saying if it's going to be the exact same meta again, then I'll probably play Elden Ring at the end. But we'll see. We'll see come 5 o'clock what we're doing. Might do a little more arena, might do some Elden Ring. And we're always keeping our eyes out on those stats to see if we have any new combos emerging. Definitely too early to see anything changing yet, of course. Maybe we'll see, say, Mage plummeting and Druid rising through the ranks. 8-0 on my first, wow, doing a little better than me on my first run there, Brad. 8-0 on my first new meta with Rogue Mage. Rogue Mage, maybe Rogue a little bit stronger, even though it was already decent. Maybe Rogue gets a new spot in the top. Rogue Warlock seems not to be the way. I don't know, maybe Mage carrying there? Rogue Mage was a pretty good combo before as well. Okay. Band of Knives, Cove. Looking pretty dang good here. Maybe I won't need to deal 2 damage to everything. Strong card, spooky. Poof. 2-2 gaming. I'm curious what the decks look like up there at 8-0 Auto Brad. How much better is your deck compared to mine? Night and day, or just like substantially better? It's got to be way better, right? Because we've seen some pretty powerful cards all the way up until 2-2. Wonder what lies at 7. Maybe we'll get to find out next run if we get a bit of a better draft. Okay. Options. What shall we do? This looks nice. Could just brittle bone it. Just do like, I kind of want to save this for you. Maybe I do like this. He said. That makes no sense, obviously. What can I do? I'm just thinking of ways to get Brittlebone to work, but I really don't want to play that. I guess I just pull the trigger. I just do this. That's. Hit the right target. Seems to be the cleanest way around. These decks are crazy. 5-minute load times for an opponent as well. Huh, interesting. 5-minute load times for an opponent at 8-0? It's a little longer than usual. Maybe you'd think more people would be playing on a new meta day. You could use a stream. This is a common thing. Day one, we usually have our first deck is horrible, and we go, how in the hell did we ever draft a deck this bad? And then our second deck, we go, whoa, so this is what you can draft. And then we go 12, right? So we're just keeping it right on theme here. Because at this, looking at our opponents at this rate, yeah, true. Some mobile are still probably waiting for the update. Maybe that's why. Good call, Theranra. At this rate, I'm kind of wondering how we even won 2 games. I guess we won 1 with a random Scourge. So that'll do it. Okay, back to full health they go. Quite rude. I guess I could Gigafin that. That's a pretty good Gigafin, right? Because then they come back non-buffed and you don't heal this. Big boy? I guess just take big boy. Gigafin, to be fair, hasn't really been responsible for a win, so maybe add a third win with this deck just for Gigafin scamming one, kind of if it does now, if they don't kill it. Gigafin probably is a little worse than it used to be, what with the amount of removal being super high. But using it in the case like this with a buffed board, like it's still very good and it's a lot of stats. And it appears they cannot handle it. Therefore, easy win, easy life, and we continue. Oh, Thistle T, we have 5 plus 7 is 12, 16, 17 damage. I guess we just have lethal. Gigafin for the win. Lost to a Gigafin for my opponent's Chalk Artist last run. That's a thing, right? And you say, you know, I know I've said a few times this deck is garbage, and it is. But, you know, when you lose to a Gigafin from Chalk Artist, it doesn't matter whose deck is good and whose deck is bad, right? Like last meta, I would say, is the biggest meta where you could win lots of games with a bad deck and also lose quickly with a good deck, just because there's so discoveries that just about our turn 4 Scourge last day or whatever, right? 7 mana Huddle Up is disgusting in Arena. Who thought this card is a good idea? Admir, you'll have to tell me, or Twitch chat will have to tell me. Huddle Up. I don't know the new cards quite yet, or I at least don't know their names. I probably do need to play the keychain on 1, even though I'd like to wait for this. It gives me my 2-drop as well. I guess just armor. I'd go Mad Bomber and then just trade this in and bomb, but if they don't trade, I'll be sad. So maybe I'll go consistency. Naga Scourge. Oh yeah, of course that's disgusting. Yeah. Admir, of course. I don't know. Yeah, who thought this card was a good idea? That is a card that goes against what I would personally like to see in the direction of Hearthstone, but that's the direction we've been going for the last few years. Agreed. Yeah. You just don't have to work for your stats anymore. You just get a full board. I don't know. It's crazy, right? It is crazy. Yeah, agreed. Opponent coins a Buccaneer. That's awfully rude of them to do. If I can get a 1 cost, that'd be swell. They don't make this trade, interestingly. I do this. If they dagger, I'm kind of okay with that, or at least, like, it gives me a second. Even though we do have the Knoll. Like, this would die to one of the 3-1s or the 3-2s anyway. If they dagger, that slows them down. They're just going to go face, which is going to let me clear this, which is pretty nice. Seems like I want to stop that card advantage quickly. I'm still losing drastically on the board, but I do have this comeback mechanic. Wonder what Outcast cards are in. I-Beam. I-Beam is in. Sheesh. That needs to die too. All right. Dust Bunny, give me a rock. Thank you. Oof. Hey Judge, how you feeling today, man? I'm feeling a lot better. Veritas, I pretty much all better. I was sick Saturday morning through Saturday. I slept like 20 hours. And then the first half of Sunday, I took some drugs and rested, and I started to feel better Sunday night. I still probably am sleeping a little more, like I'm a little bit tired. I did a COVID test and it was negative for COVID, but it seemed to be just a quick thing, like 24 to 36 hours. So I'm feeling better, but I pretty much just slept all weekend. I think, Veritas, I came down with a case of I played too much Arena last week, and the cure was to stop. So I didn't end up going for leaderboards. I just slept and then got better. All right, we are coming back. I think our opponent could have mixed in a trade here or there and actually been much better off. Also, we got pretty lucky with our RNG hit on Dust Bunny. That was huge. What would have changed if you had tested positive? I wouldn't have gone to hockey yesterday. That's what the only reason I did it is because I had hockey and then oh, also my little niece is very young, and her mom and dad definitely don't want, you know, COVID around. She has other health issues as well, and I'm seeing her tomorrow. So nothing into how you look after yourself. No. And if I had a week where I wasn't planning on going anywhere or whatever, you know, then I probably wouldn't have bothered. Just because I had hockey yesterday and off to visit my niece tomorrow. And I highly doubted it, but you always do, I guess. That's pretty good. That's pretty strong. Conman can be stronger though. We're still fine here, right? Is Fan of Knives looking good? I think it is. Let's play it immediately. Mixologist is sexy. Do I need armor? I could mix in some more taps. That seems like it could be nice. I wonder if I actually want to do this. Kind of weird. It's kind of a weird situation we're in here with the 3 damage. I'll probably just play this. We'll do like this. This. That seems good. That seems good. Gray Fox, how you doing? Good to see you. Hello, greetings. Yeah, Admir, no surprise there. Yeah, that card is going to be, there's a lot of, you know, that's the thing I've talked about a lot in the last few metas is you just gotta, if you're going to play Arena, you just got to know that you, no matter how good your deck is, how bad your deck is, you are just going to auto lose some games, right? Like we auto lost that first game. Game 1, there was zero decision making, zero way that game could have gone differently. None of my decisions mattered. None of my opponent's decisions mattered. We just lost it to a particular piece of RNG. That is a part of the game in today's Hearthstone. Your opponent discovers a huddle up. They play it. They win. It's the same as the Scourge. I discovered a Scourge earlier. I played it. I won. There was nothing to do about it. That's a part of the game. There's a lot of games where decision making does matter. There's a lot of different kinds of ways to win, but one of those ways is random card. It just happens to be so powerful that you just lose. It's a part of the game, and you gotta know that and be okay with that when you hit the play button, I think, right? Sometimes your 10-win run is gonna go 2 because you hit a couple of those in a row. Sometimes your 3-win run is gonna go 10 because you discover the right card 3 times, right? It's a part of it now. Judge, I'm worried about these wins lately. I'm afraid we don't go 12 next run with this pattern. Yeah, true, we're at 4 wins. This is... And again, I think our deck is terrible. I still stand by that. But like what I was saying to Admir on YouTube is, you know, sometimes you discover that card. We have had very lucky discovers and hits with like even just, I need a rock here, get a rock, play it, right? Without that, we might just get out tempoed. We've been pretty lucky here. I think 4 is a very good result with this deck. Maybe we can make it 5. I'll keep one of these RNG cards. Because I do think our deck is bad enough that we do want to prioritize keeping a little more RNG than we would. Well, I'm sorry you were under the weather. I decided to share my beer with someone else. Veritas, it sucks too because like I'm free the whole month, right? I'm free the entire month. And I know that you and Lucas aren't necessarily free all the time. And then of course the one time it all works out, you know, like give me a break, but nothing I can do, right? I'm glad. That's adorable. Glad you find a way. Oh, look at that face. Just like his dad. Oh, that's beautiful. Dude, look at him. He knows. He tried to give him a smaller one and he's like, what is this? Amateur hour? That's adorable, man. I'm glad they didn't go to waste. And I think it's the tab that she's obsessed with. That's adorable. Just like his dad. I think I've seen the same picture of you doing that. That child is adorable. I mean, Slam could fill in curve on turn 4 when we play this 10-10. To kill a thing, maybe. This could be a fireball at worst. I'm kind of interested in this. Let's see what happens. Maybe get this down and obliterate swiftly. Thank goodness for a bit of good luck in this run. I think this run had the potential to be extraordinarily rough, but with we got lucky, got a bit of RNG, so you know, made it feel a little bit better. Got a you know, a little bit extra wins here. I'm sorry, what the fuck, Zygote? You're probably saying that to like, did that child slam that whole beer? Wow, that's a lot of beer for just a baby is probably what you're saying, right? Okay, slow turns here. Let's make a big large. 3 mana 10-10, kind of 4 mana 10-10. Both should be good. Both should be strong. Wait, I got a third curse souvenir. Wait, 2, 3, 6, 9. 9 damage out of nowhere is pretty interesting. Get some face damage in quick. My opponent just played a 7 mana card called Huddle Up, which reads summon a full board of Nagas. Yeah, not the first comment I've heard about that card today, Zygote. Yeah, these are the cards. These are the cards that are a part of the direction of new Hearthstone, I call it, the last few years. Yeah, you'll just lose to that for sure. Often, it's a common, I believe, right? At least the Scourge, which admittedly it isn't as good as it shouldn't be as good as the Scourge, but the Scourge is legendary. Oh, that's a lucky hit. That's a lucky hit. That's an extraordinarily lucky hit. I wish they had hit something different. Do I want to give that a bump? I think I do. I can always Infestation the 4/4 or whatever. Might have to. In Canada, we have a lower drinking age than America. That is a fact. That is true. It's funny that they get Seraphine, but this isn't even from Seraphine, right? The Clay Matriarch. Seraphine's a card that can absolutely just win the game, but it does have a tendency, you know, more often than people think, to just give them a bunch of low cost stuff that if I just play any AoE, they kind of have trouble refreshing. Not the end of the game for sure. And Infestation helps counter it, although that was a very strong Lightning Storm. Let's see what else they have. Yeah, let the random times roll. Yeah, I don't really anticipate there really ever being a meta where like the volatility of randomness is not there. I think the days of consistency are far behind us. If I trade this, I cannot play this. However, I do have this to play anyway. So let's try trading it, see if I get something to go along with it. That's actually perfect. Let's play that. Dredge up. You know, wouldn't be the worst to get a water cannon. Wonder with all their cards, if some of them are cheap, I just want a AoE though. Like I said, that might be our way to win. We do have Infestation. I think I will take Hellfire. And do this. And to try to give my best guess, again, it's something that I am really not a fan of, and in my eyes, my enjoyment of the game has gotten less and less over the years with this kind of design. But it's not, they don't make the game for me, they make it for, you know, a lot of people. So trying to yeah, speculate. I feel like in Constructed you just have no problem clearing a lot of wide boards. Not that I play it, just speculating. Well, I think that's perhaps true, but that kind of goes hand in hand with the that's a secondary factor. Like the design of the last 3 years has made Constructed this way, right? Like this is the purpose of the new, you know, there was a sudden change in design. It wasn't just a gradual power creep. There was a small window where design really changed to make the game a lot faster. And then they you know, print these 6 to 10 mana cards that are absurd because I'm actually not 100% sure why, but I guess the idea is they need to be that strong to see any play because the game is so fast now. But really, it's kind of flawed logic because they don't see play anyway because the game is so fast. It doesn't matter if a 7-mana card is busted or not. If the game is over by turn 5, it's not going to see play, right? But I think that's the idea, is that, like, you know, the late game cards can be so huge. But the idea is they are making these cards that are explosive, simple, you know, pretty, I don't want to use the term noob friendly. They are, but like, what's a nicer way to put that? Because it's fine. Like the idea is I guess they want to be more inclusive in giving opportunities for lots of different types of players, casual versus competitive, to have opportunities to win. So you see all these, you know, cards that do not really have any requirements, but just kind of win the game. Because then players can just feel good. I won, right? Yeah, no restrictions. Yeah, exactly. You know, it's an entirely new game from the design of Hearthstone before 3 years ago. And I'm sure some people appreciate it because they don't just have to lose to tryhards nonstop. They can actually win. Maybe that's good. For me, as a tryhard, I really don't like the no thought gameplay. What are we doing here? This is not nice to see. Why don't we start with this and Gone Fishing? Okay, maybe some luck with this could be nice. That was a mistake. I should have done second. Punished? Not punished. Wow. Speaking of noob friendly. Great. Yeah, Hearthstone, a sort of strategic game of chance. I think that's exactly, like, I think that's what they're going for, right? I think it's like getting away from just a game that maybe the... Good segue here as we play this opponent, right? Like I say, like Seraphine's a card a lot of people think is fun, but it is very noob friendly and no thought, no requirement, just random, go. And I think the idea is maybe that they can reach a wider demographic with this more, you know, less narrow focus on tryhard and more just random bullshit, which can be fun, right? So it's just, it's not that it's a bad philosophy, it's just a lot different than what we as old-time Hearthstone players came to enjoy. And I'm not really as much a fan of just like rolling a bunch of die and seeing who wins in Hearthstone. I did like the strategy aspect. I don't really think that's much of a thing anymore, though. You know, as we see, as our opponent just like floods the board with like 4 more random cards that are all so good. Let's do this. I guess we go Hellfire. If I did this 3 less, I mean, does it just have to be this and die? It's like what, 12 damage? I'll just die. Like I can't beat that, right? And they also have the 4/6 coming. Like there's nothing I can do, man. It's just way too much. Four and 3. Our deck was pretty bad. Yeah, that's Yahtzee, bitch. Classic, right? Can it be fun though? Can it really? I think a lot. I think there's a demographic of people who very much enjoy this stuff, right? There must be. It just isn't really like on Twitch and on Reddit. You're gonna find the long-term players who have come to enjoy old Hearthstone. I guess for longevity, they're probably looking for a new demographic that doesn't really include most of us, right? As the game has gotten older and older and people have left even just over time naturally. So I think when you talk to people who have played the game a long time, yeah, it's simply a different game with a different design and a different set of goals, right? So when you ask anyone who's played more than 3 years, they're gonna be like, yeah, the game's getting worse. But if you take a new player who maybe isn't really as much of a strategy gamer as they are just playing for fun, and they like the spinning wheels type gameplay, they're going to be like, this is definitely better than they'll look at old Hearthstone and be like, oh, I'm glad they changed directions, right? Is my guess. This is just kind of speculation onto why we're seeing so many brand changes for what we maybe, and I say we, I'm sure there are people in chat who very much enjoy the gameplay too, right? Probably, odds are. But I say we, assuming most people kind of, we've been having the same kind of chat about the state of the game. Most people say it's worse. My problem is that I hate the wild RNG shit when I play against it, and I don't particularly enjoy it when it favors me. Agreed. Like, I win with random scourges, and it doesn't really do anything for me, right? I agree with you. And to me, the game, in my eyes, is in a lot worse state, and the design continues to support gameplay that isn't really rewarding. But that's my opinion. And again, they're not making the game for me. And I'm sure a lot of people, this is what they like. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot to look at there. Bill Guy, there it is, buddy. There it is. Judge versus internet. Do you think that's even internet related, though? I don't know, man.
This time, find out on the next episode of Judge versus Internet.
As I believe, maybe every single game came down to some pretty heavy RNG rolls. All of our, like, you know, some extraordinarily heavy ones with a couple of random, like turn 5, our opponent had 2 Ragnaroses in game 1. We found the random Scourge. Our opponent, I mean, Seraphine, into all of these premium legendaries. And, you know, it's not like I expected anything different, again, with the design choices being made. But I think it's going to be very much, you know, rolling. We'll see if we can at the very least, get some different class combinations that are viable. Because if this is the 3rd meta of the exact same class combinations of dual class, I don't know what to say. I don't know in what world that's ever a good idea, right? Yeah, bold of you to assume ActiveBliz has an aim and or vision. Yeah, I mean, surely they do. All jokes aside, like, you don't just have a massive company without at least a semblance or at least a theory about what they should be doing, right? Surely. So what was the first card you saw where you were like, wow, this single card is just too much? So Knight Captain comes to mind, but I think one of the first, it depends on what you mean, because like there's been a couple jumps. I think of Rotnest Drake way back going, that card is just so much for one card. Like, you get to destroy a minion and get a premiumly statted body. That's insane. But I think Alterac Valley took a step so much further than any other set. And Knight Captain's a good example. Funny because useless in standard. But I think the best answer for Hearthstone entirely in Alterac Valley would be when they printed, what's Avalanche even called? Avalanche. What's that card even called? That card, I think, even possibly, now it did get nerfed, as do many busted cards. Not all of them, but many do. But the fact that that card was even considered to be printed in its state, I think spoke to the goals and design vastly changing. That was a pivotal point. Isn't that what it's called? No, it's not. It's called something elemental, snowfall something, or guardian, snow guardian, something like that, right? Auto Brad coming in with that prime. Thank you, Brad, bringing during this time of change for me as we prepare for our move. Glitch and I appreciate that. I think continuing the dual class arena was a bit less RNG and a bit less insanity, a bit less boom, I win. Snowfall Guardian. Thank you, Dan. That was it. I agree. I don't know why, as an individual, I look at it and say, why are we doing 3 dual class metas in a row and all of them seeming to be exactly the same kind of meta? I don't know why. But again, when you try, and this is something I think that is a good idea to try to do in a lot of veins, not just streaming or video games, is, you know, okay, it's not just about me. If I broaden my scope here, why might this be happening? Who's enjoying this? Maybe, you know, a lot of people just do love dual class no matter what, and it doesn't matter. Maybe, you know, that there could be something with dual class being incorporated into their new arena in the new year. Pill Guy in the Discord brought up that it could be for data collection with dual class specifically. And if the new arena, whatever they're doing with it next year, has something to do with dual class, maybe a bunch of dual class metas for data collection is something that makes sense, right? So there's that. I do find it to be something that doesn't really encourage me to play more arena right now, but you know, maybe they've got their reasons. And you know, jury's still out on this meta, so we'll see. But yeah, Alterac Valley, it was Snowfall Guardian that I think the fact that that card was even considered to be printed the way it was a decision being made as to a new direction for Hearthstone. And like I said, it's a direction that I felt kind of ended an era of one of my favorite games of all time, and a game I enjoyed immensely, a game I was passionate about. I think that has dwindled, as you guys know. I love coming here and streaming, I do, but I don't view it as the same game as it once was. But again, that's individual. It's a new direction for new people, maybe, right? That are going to enjoy it very much. But that card, I think, really, yeah, Battlegrounds Battlemaster, you know, they keep printing these cards designed to end games instantly or quickly, as opposed to have, you know, drawn out strategic battles, which, you know, a lot of people hate those long control matches. So, you know, there's that. A lot more, it kind of feels like Wildpaw Caverns. Yeah. Like I said, it didn't go from 4 mana 4/5 to 4 mana 5/5. It went from 4 mana 4/5 to 4 mana 4/5 with an upside to 4 mana 12/12, 4 mana 10/12. Like it wasn't power creep. It was a complete different game. We went from cards being balanced around mana cost to cards not being balanced around mana cost, but rather being either completely and utterly broken or not. We see cards not just being tweaked in nerfs. We're seeing cards getting massively nerfed and then still being the best cards. Wild Seeds. How about Wild Seeds? Those are a great example as well. Wild Seeds were just utterly busted, remain insane, and they were nerfed 3 times and remained being some of the most powerful cards in Hearthstone, right? Like, the idea is they are just making these unfathomably broken cards that are designed to just simply win, right? And there's the thing, they didn't learn with Wild Seeds. I don't think it's that they didn't. I think they know exactly what they're doing. I think their goal is to make that's fun, but I think that is the new style they need to go for, to try to retain a different demographic is what I'm thinking, right?
Whoop.
Whoop indeed, Gropus. Thank you very much for the 9 months. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of how I look at it. Is I don't think they're making mistakes. I think that, in my opinion, the game has become less interesting and less good in my eyes. But I don't think that would, I think that was something they knew would happen, that they would lose the interest of some older players with the idea that they needed to go for a new demographic. You know, there's a large demographic that play stuff like slots on mobile and stuff, you know? There's an RNG meta, and this is far from terms of RNG, right? I think they just wanted to lean into a new game, you know, because their game was old and perhaps numbers were dwindling over time, and you do run out of design space to stay in the exact same area. And now we're here. That's kind of what I think. So I don't know. I'm not sure. What are the next few years going to bring? What is, you know, the new arena mode going to be like, or the new arena thing they're advertising? I don't know. But I don't think it's necessarily been mistakes as much as a bid for longevity in a new demographic with a new type of game that the old strategy, you know, try hard players are never really going to appreciate. And we've seen, or not never, you know, like Gary said the other day, there is still a small base who care about the leaderboards, and that's awesome. And, you know, it always will be a strategy based game. You know, like I've said, Go Fish is a strategy based game. So, you know, it's not saying a ton. Just that it begins with strategy, and that better players will over the long term win more. That's always going to be true unless you're playing you know, rock paper scissors. So I genuinely think they will incorporate duels assets into arena in 2025, and we will get a more arcade like mode than ever before. Yeah, I think that's very possible, but I don't think it's like mistakes. What used to be such a different game go this way, right? But from the company's end, and from maybe even a lot of players' end who are going to play this game in the future, it might not be a bad thing for them. Just kind of for, you know, a huge era of such an amazing game that, you know, was for a specific